Hi everyone, it's Ingrid from Toronto. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm back with another lock update. So, I'm having fun with my hair. You know I love my hair. I loved it. It doesn't matter what hair I have, I love my hair. But I'm really loving my natural hair. So, this video, I'm just going to be going over a lot of what I've already been saying in my other previous videos, but I also wanted to give you an update. Guys, look, man, look. So how I got this style, I used, I don't know how many flexi rods, but quite a few. I might have used maybe like 4 locks per rod, and I think I have 80 locks. And I just mist my hair with water. I rolled it all up, took them out this morning. It's 5 in the afternoon now. And look, oh, I just love it. They're so soft. Let me do a spin around for you. So much movement. They're light. They're light. Oh my gosh, I feel like I struck gold with my own hair. Gold, I had gold growing out of my head and I didn't even know it. Okay, so what am I using in my hair? The same products. I either use Andalou Naturals. This is the sunflower and citrus shampoo. Uh-oh. I always see them. Andalou. I know I'm pretty close to my ring light, so you can't see. Brilliant Shine, or Avalon Organics, the clarifying lemon shampoo. Removes dulling buildup to restore brightness and shine. So I only use the shampoos. I don't use the conditioners because you don't need it. Conditioner is to give your hair slip, but you don't need slip if you have afro locks. That's the last thing that you want because you want your hair to tangle. So I have 4C hair. And so, by the way, Afrolocs, I got that from Culinary. Thank you. She's putting out some wonderful content, and I suggest that you go have a listen. She talks about Afronomics, the economics of Afro hair and claiming our hair, and having Afro locks, which I love because that name really depicts this texture of hair, which is kinky hair, kinky locks, kinky organically grown, kinky haired locks with no twisting. Well, you don't need to twist, you know, kinky hair twists. That's what the kink is. That's what it's for, I believe. It's to twist and knot the hair so that it'll grow into this kind of, I call it fabric. Our hair is like a self-knitting fabric that does it all by itself. It's self-contained, it does everything it needs. In fact, I would say that this is the ultimate protective style. If you have afro hair and you're wearing it as an afro, you know that when it gets bigger and bigger, it takes more time to detangle and to keep it healthy because it's prone to breakage, because it's dry. Kinky hair is naturally dry, and it's supposed to be dry, but not brittle, so it's breaking, but dry to the touch, soft and dry, not moist. It doesn't need to be moist. And if you use oils, then you're lengthening the drying process, because when I wash my hair, by the time I get out the shower and I use the towel, wrap the towel around my hair and squeeze it, all the different sections of my hair, squeeze it out, even though it's getting longer. And you'd think that the longer it gets, it's gonna get, it'll be more tedious to wash it and to dry it, but it's not the case. But it will be the case, I believe, if you oil it. If you have a lot of oil in there already, it's going to take longer to dry because the oil, you're trapping the water in, and you'll wake up the next day and it's still damp, So you don't have to oil it. But if you do, just know that it'll take longer to dry. You will attract more lint and dust, and you'll make it heavy. So those are 3 big reasons why I don't suggest you use oil if you have Afro kinky hair like I do. You see, it's supposed to be dry. That's when it's in its optimal form. That's when it can do the magic that it wants to do. Look at that. It's bouncy, it's light. I can sleep on it any which way. I never, ever, 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 ever get lint. Ever, ever. And I've trimmed it, so I've seen, inside, and it is lint free. What I will get on occasion is lint right at the tips, but you can clearly see it. And like I said, it's easier to do this when the hair is not curled, when it's straighter. You just look at the ends and you can see if there's a fluff or, something from a winter hat or from a sweater or from your towel. It's so easy, but nothing will ever get embedded in there because there's nothing for it to stick to. In fact, lint or dust in dry Afro hair falls out, or you can shake it out. It's like, I'll test it when next I'm at the beach. That'll be my test. But, even if you get sand in there, once the hair dries, it falls out. You just do this and there it is. It falls right out. So this hair, I've been Googling. I'm very interested now in wool and, sheep's wool, lamb's wool, the quality of it, the value of it. And it's like, wow, if humans made wool, what would that be like? Well, hi, here it is, growing out of our head. It is the ultimate. This is a self-regulating, self-tinting knitting machine. It's just this a continuous knitting event that's happening with this hair that stays in the summer. I don't find that my head is hot. We'll see this summer. And I mean, it gets really hot in the summer. I'm in Toronto. It gets very cold and it gets very hot in the summer. So I think the heat might come from it. You feel hot when you have hair on your head, but it's so light. I can't imagine that it's trapping that much heat. Although in the winter, my head, I feel like it does trap some heat because my head feels warm. I don't really need, that much of a head covering. I don't really need it, but I still do wear a nice, fluffy hat in the winter. But I feel like this is the everything hair. That's what I'm calling it. And in fact, I'm gonna grow it so long, I'm gonna grow it and let it knit itself into a little mini dress. Take a picture of it. You don't need any tools. You don't need combs. Here are your combs. So you don't need a comb. You don't need a brush. You don't need to brush it for any reason. You don't need clips, right? Because it will hold itself in place. You don't need to, I don't want to put it up right now because it's got the curls and it's nice and big, but it's like, this hair is like Velcro. So it holds on to itself. All you have to do is fold it and tuck it and wrap it and it stays, it grips onto it itself. You don't need rubber bands. So sometimes I do braid outs and I'll section it. Maybe if I want to do nice big waves, I'll do it in maybe like 4 or 5 big plaits. And I used to use the little elastic bands and put it at the end. But I don't even do that anymore. All I do, I braid it out to the end, like to about here, and I take two pieces, any two random pieces, like from the back side, and I bring them around to the front, and I just tie it. You know, I'm not gonna do it now, but I just tie it, one tie. It doesn't have to be super tight, and that's it. So I literally need 0 accessories. The only thing I need is water and a cleanser. That's it. So I'm calling this the easy hair, and Body Culinary coined the phrase Afrolocs and Afronomics, and I am here for it because there is value in having this kind of hair. Not only does it free up your money and your time and build your confidence and your sense of self-acceptance, you know, but it's fun, it's artistic. The other day I put out that video, you know, with the one piece of hair, I tell you. So here it is, just a reminder, you're always gonna have about that much afro. That's what your afro is for. Your afro is to create the base for your locks so that you have built-in elasticity. That's why you can take the one lock and wrap it around and turn it, you know, do a nice bun and just tuck it in the side and it'll stay because it has a built-in elastic band, you see. But yeah, the other day I was so fascinated. I'm like, geez, you know, if you could hear what I'm hearing, I'm literally hearing a guitar string, like a note, dum, dum, dum. And if you shorten it, it's a higher pitch, just like a guitar string, you know. But, you know, can your hair do that? Come on, I can't believe there was ever a time when I was too scared of my own hair and when I didn't appreciate it and when I just didn't know. I just didn't know what I could do and the beauty that is Afro hair. One thing I really like about the fact that it's getting longer, it feels like a cloak. I feel like I'm cloaked. You know, there's something about it that just feels like a protective barrier, whether it's curly or straight. And I like that, you know? There's something about that. It makes me feel set apart. It makes me feel strong, and it gives me a sense of privacy. There's something about it, even though it does attract attention, but there's something about it that just feels secure. There's something secure about having a mass of hair that's not heavy. Like, how do I show? I wish I could show you how light it is. I hope you're getting a sense of it. But here it is. And honestly, it's getting better and better and better. And I have to say, I am thankful. This is the hair that I wanted when I started out. And my YouTube guru, she goes by Bernie Heels, Heals, Bernie and then Heels. Her name is Bernadette, but when I started 4 years ago, hers were the only locks that I saw and that I really appreciated, and I said, yeah, I would like locks like that. And now I've got it. So if you're on the journey and you're trying to figure out, you know, what's the method, the approach that you want to take, I strongly recommend that you let it grow, like naturally, freeform. And then when your afro it's gonna shrink up. You have to just deal with that shrinkage stage until you start to get some length. Because if you try and force the length by twisting it to stretch it, you're gonna get trapped, stuck in twisting it, and you'll have to twist it because it'll start to grow out and you'll have a twisted section and then a big puffy, and you're gonna feel like, oh, I gotta gather it all up and twist it. So if you can, just tough it out for 2 or 3 years. Or put in extensions. Like there are ways around the awkward stage, you know, you don't have to go through it. I wanted to because I really wanted to see what was going on so that I could manage it, you know. Look at that, come on, really? Oh my gosh. So yes, I suggest you let it grow and then separate it. So your afro will grow and it'll start to piece, you know, and when you start to see definite locked sections, then I recommend you separate. But don't separate too soon because I guarantee you're gonna want them thicker than you think. They're thicker than you think. They're gonna be thicker than you think. So just tough it out, you know, just embrace it. Embrace the first couple of years until you get some length, and then you're off to the races and you don't need anything. This is the easiest hair, and it's sexy hair, it's fun, it's artistic, it's empowering, it's beautiful in all its shapes and sizes. And I just wanted to come on and update you and have you all take a look and see where I'm at, how we're doing. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing over here, folks? Huh? Did anyone tell me that my hair would look like this when I was 18, 19, 20? Come on. Easy breezy, beautiful. Just like that. Yeah. My dear friend Wendy, when I started locking, you know, she said to me, you should let it grow down to your butt. And I said, okay. Down to my butt it shall grow. So I'll check back. You know, it's pretty long. And I just want to wish you luck on your journey and be inspired. Look at photos, look at videos of people who have hair, the hair that you want, but make sure it's, you know, the same texture hair, relatively the same, you know, kind of hair, so that your expectations, you don't want to be disappointed, right? Yeah. Anyway, I could do this all day. And I do. Anyway, have a good one. All the best. And I'll check back in another, I don't know, when I have significant, when it's curled and it's mid-back, I'll come back and show you that. In the meantime, I do post pics on my Instagram, so you can always go there and see what's up. Okay, take care. See you again.